Welcome, lords and ladies, kings and queens, my noble court. I am Lore Master Leonis, your humble scribe and archivist, and you find yourself in the Cosmic Archive, a living legendarium of a million worlds. I am the curator of this fine establishment, and today I'm a little low energy, but we'll be looking at... I finally learned who the blonde dude in the, teal shirt with the black vest is. His name is Nylath, and, he's another AI content creator who makes really good content. And today we're going to be looking at one of his. It is called You Are Made of Color. I saw this on Bloop's stream, I want to say last week or the week before. I've been wanting to react to it. Unfortunately, I just didn't have time last week. So today we're going to look into it. So, like always, we'll watch this once through with minimal interaction, and then I'll watch it through again, this time with commentary. More heavy commentary. But from what I remember of this, it's a very beautiful piece. So let's take a look.
Hey! 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 Come on, feel the light! Yeah! You're shining bright! Let's go!
Ah, the seals, yes.
Hey, woke up this morning, no more hiding away. Throw out the filters, gonna live in full display. Used to blend in the background, playing it safe. But now I'm playing, painting my world in every shade. A little bit of sparkle, a little bit of bold. Heart full of glitter, story waiting to be told. No more dull days, no more gray skies. I'm turning up the rainbow, watch me come alive. No need to fit in, no need to come.
Celestian.
This is my moment.
Evil
This is
Mind.
my story.
Woo!
Hands up, feel the fire inside, break through the dark. No reason to hide, you are made of color, let it all shine through. Every hue, every shade, the beautiful you are made of color. Paint the
Bob Ross?
night, we're dancing in the glow, everything feels right. You are made of color, yeah, you're one of a kind. Let your colors shine, leave the ordinary behind. They might say tone it down, but I'm turning it loud. Wearing my true self like a glittery crown. From the quiet dreamer to the loud and free. Every piece of me is a masterpiece. No more second guessing, no more playing small. I'm a walking canvas, standing proud and tall. Friends by my side, we're a colorful
Believe in the
crew.
me that believes in you, bro.
Every show, no need to fit in, no need to conform. This is our moment, this is my storm. Put your hands up, feel the fire inside, break through the dark. No reason to hide, you are made of color, let it all shine through. Every hue, every shade, the beautiful you are made of color. Paint the sky tonight, we're dancing in the glow, everything feels right. You are made of color, yeah, you're one of a kind. Let your colors shine, leave the ordinary Na 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 na, let it go. Na 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 na, steal the show. Every color in your soul, watch it shine, watch it grow. Oh, can you feel it now? The
Man,
world
he really do have a lot of colors in here.
show us how. Put your hands up, feel the fire inside, break through the dark. No reason to hide, you are made of color, let it all shine through. Every hue, every shade, the beautiful you are made of color. Paint the sky tonight, we're dancing in the glow, everything feels right. You are
I love how even on,
one of a kind.
of course. Rip to a legend, bro.
You're made of color. Shine on.
That was really fun. I like it. It's like a bop. It's just it's very like sort of hip hop pop style music. Very just positive, Everything looks so interesting in this one. It's feels kind of like a mix between No Fox Given and the Carolina Overdrive one that Skybrowse did with his mom. I'm kind of curious actually if this video came. I think this came after Carolina Overdrive 2 weeks ago. I'm curious if this was also 2 weeks ago. Okay, so what's the date on this one? April 4th, 2026. What's the date on this one? This one was posted April 2nd. Okay, so Fox came first. Interesting. Fox came first. I was wondering if maybe No Fox Given came out before this one or after this one, and maybe Skybrowse took the links surfing from this video, but this video came out a couple days later, so I don't know. I don't know how long it takes to put these together, though. I've seen some people putting together AI videos really, really quickly, like within a few days, but Skybrowse takes a while usually. He takes a couple of weeks between videos, but also they're like really high-end productions. So if you follow him on X, you can see kind of some of the stuff he's been working on, and then getting to see it later in a video is really, really cool. Sometimes the stuff he's showing off doesn't show up in the next video, but maybe it will at some point. This was really fun. It was a really fun bop. So let's watch through it again and pick it apart a little bit. You start right off the bat with Skybrowse and this chromatic aberration stuff, and I notice he's doing the blur bounce with the bass beats that Skybrowse does. Come on, feel it. Yeah. Okay, this I'm pretty sure this is supposed to represent Skybrowse's mom. In Carolina Overdrive, this character was with the seal inside of her spaceship all the time, and she kind of had that sort of psychedelic, and we see this here, her pants still have sort of that galactic psychedelic design to them. She's got like the 13 friend bracelets and all this other stuff. And the spaceship, which is what was in that one, the Gonna Be song. And now we have the Celestial Seal. I don't know if this is where I think Gonna Be was the song that sort of started the whole seal verse thing. But everyone's been throwing seals into stuff, and this is very early. I think this is before Dot Pocket made everybody into their own version of the seal. Their own seal version of themselves. This is very reminiscent of the seal that was in Gonna Be. This is a crazy shot of the eyeball here. It's like almost like a hyperdrive jump from Star Wars, but with more colors to it. So I'm curious about this one because this was giving me like Joker vibes, like we live in a society, like those kind of vibes. Also, I got the colors wrong. I said it was a teal shirt with a black vest. I was incorrect. It's a black shirt with a teal vest. I'm sorry about that. This, like, smoke rising. This is going to be a thing throughout the entire video. This is very, like, tie-dye color looking. Like, this looks like something I would see on, like, a tie-dye shirt design. Like a professionally done tie-dye design, not a like, we threw it together and did tie-dye in a thing by ourselves, homemade, but because professionals can kind of like swirl the colors around in specific patterns in the tub, so that when you plant the t-shirt in it and get the tie-dye design, you actually get designs on it. But now Okay. I gotta go back a few frames and show some love right here. How many frames? My boy, Soler. I love Dark Souls. And this guy is like he's literally a ray of sunshine. That's like his whole point as a character is, his whole thing is just like, hello friend, let's go together in jolly cooperation. Anybody who's been in Dark Souls knows this, but for anyone who's outside of the Dark Souls community, when that first game came out, the game is dark, the game is dingy, everything feels oppressive to you as the player character. And then you run into this guy, and he is just the happiest, jolliest dude. He's like, I'm here to find my own son. I'm enjoying everything about what I'm doing. I'm going on this journey. I love I love the God I worship. I love the world I'm in. Like, just pure bolt of sunlight out of nowhere, and he teaches you the most kick-ass miracles in the game too. So for many people, this guy was like their favorite companion. He was so happy in a world that was so angry and sad, and like there's a point in the game where either he can get taken over and then you kill him, or you can kill the thing that would have taken him over, and he can come with you through the entire game, literally all the way to the final boss. And so many people I know went out of their way to find that bug and kill it, because then they get to have Sunbro with them for the whole game. And I don't blame them. He is like the perfect ray of sunshine. I've said that multiple times now, but it's what he is, man. Of course, we got our Nux Taku, looking probably happier than I generally see him. This is Gleeman. I'm not really sure. I haven't seen any of his content, really. I've interacted with him a little bit on X. He openly professes his Christianity and talks about doing things for his Lord, which I think is pretty cool. So he's good in my book. He seems like he just wants to make a happier world himself. He's got a very, like, happy design. He doesn't, like, you look at something like Ember Paradox. Ember Paradox is trying to make a better world in her own way, but she has elements of her design that are not designed to be happy per se, but she plays a little bit into like intimidation and forcefulness a little more. You have someone like Lord Intellectual who has a very clean black and white half and half cut, and he makes it pretty clear, I stand in the center, I will not be moved either way. He's got sort of that more defensive, you will not move me from where I wish to be energy, whereas this guy is kind of like, smile everybody, let's have a good time. To be told, no more dull days, no more. Is this Shiver? I can't tell, but it's the only jellyfish VTuber I'm aware of. This is Celestium, although we're not seeing her face really. I think she's the only pink-haired one with like a business suit, I'm pretty sure. Whoa. Who popped in on the side there? Why is it so many frames? Is it just people in general? I guess it could be. I don't recognize any of those guys. Of course, this is Feeble Mind. This looks so cool. Bro, I don't think I've ever seen Feeble Mind look this kick-ass. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is like almost like a magical girl transformation type thing going on here. But it doesn't go past his face and his eyes. He kind of looks, hold on. He kind of looks like an anime protagonist at a school. You know, he kind of looks like the Mob Psycho guy, actually, now that I think about it. He looks a little bit like Mob Psycho. This is interesting to me because this is very much, it's like 100% a callback to the egg that was developing during the course of Gonna Be, which was, we see at the end of Gonna Be that's the base basilisk being born out into like the cosmic physical world. That basilisk making its first appearance, by the way, in Crybrows, where it's sort of like a stand, he calls, or a domain expansion type of thing. Like the basilisk exists within his domain. This is almost like it's hatching into the physical world. It's leaving the existence of just being in Skybrow's domain, and it's now entering the physical world. And this whole like get up is very reminiscent of the Gonna Be. There's a lot of callbacks to Gonna Be in here. Very psychedelic, very similar. This seems sort of like a love letter to what Sky and his mom made. Is this guy a YouTuber? Is this like a reminiscent of someone, or is it just supposed to be a cute puppy on a spiny fish? No reason to hide, you are made. Okay, I've learned that this guy's name is Kivax. I don't know anything about Kivax. This is like a really weird art bit of the bear nose on top of a human nose. It's probably just AI generation problems. Is this somebody? I'm not sure if this is somebody. This looks like an anime character. This is kind of like a generic little sister princess anime character. I'm not sure if this is reminiscent of a particular YouTuber or VTuber, though. Bob Ross, the fucking legend himself. Man, this is like the first of a couple legends he throws in here. Rest in peace, bro. Like, this guy... I'm gonna be honest with you. As a kid, I was never super into him, but my parents had a lot of videos of him. And there was like a show he had, and it reran for a little while after he died too. My folks would always turn it on early in the morning, like before I was homeschooled. So we'd get up at like 6 in the morning and have breakfast, and my folks would always be watching the Bob Ross show in the living room while we're having breakfast. And then we'd have breakfast, we'd watch Bob Ross for a little while, and then we'd go and do school after that. And so I have a lot of good memories of just sharing time with my family, watching this guy eating and eating breakfast together. And I never really liked the show as a kid. As a kid, I was kind of like, this is slow, this is boring, I don't like this. Though I did like his sort of idioms he would use. He'd be like, that's not really a babbling brook, you know. Let's throw a little bit like this right here, like that. That looks a little more babbly. Or I'm just gonna make some happy trees. You know, I did like some of those, but I kind of thought his show was slow and boring. As an adult looking back on it, it's just so peaceful. It was like he just made a world of peace exist around him for the duration of the show, and he shared that peace with everybody who watched him. And I think we lost some of our peace when he died. It's very sad, but God, I really miss him. I really do. Is this somebody? This looks like it might be a redesign of the sort of cybernetic angel character from Guybrow's videos, but this could also just be a generic character, or it could be reminiscent of a particular VTuber. I don't know. This is Lady Wasabi, and this is probably the most relaxed, normal clothing I've ever seen her in. I love that he actually put her in the red veil. You can see it's the red veil with all the buildings. Like, you have this building here, the building here. You have the red sky. Ah, that's a nice touch, bro. I love that ship design. That's a very pretty ship. We're doing the bass bounce blur thing again. Actually, I just realized this. Hold on, I'm going to go back 10 seconds. What is this? Is this like a planet, or is this more like cosmic dust going on over here? I can't tell. It almost looks, because of this line right here, it kind of looks like a planet almost. But as you get close, it looks like clouds of dust. They might say tone it down, but I'm turning it loud, wearing my true self like a glittery crown from the... I'm curious if this is somebody. This might be somebody. This seems like it would be like, you know what this sounds like? Because it's a different voice popping in. I wonder if he actually had someone do the rap piece for this and then put it into the song, or if this is the AI putting it in. I wonder if this is reminiscent of another YouTuber, or if this is maybe like an image for an AI. Quiet dreamer to the loud and free, every piece of me is... he's doing the thing how Holy Ball did in his last video. He's got the green eyes here, and then he makes the shoes the same color. That's really good because it kind of gives you a little bit of symmetry with his outfit. Yes, Gurren Lagann. I don't know what, is this just straight up Simone? Because it looks like it's just straight up Simone. But I suppose it could be someone dressed up as Simone. Simone doesn't actually say, believe in the me that believes in you. That's the guy, his predecessor. Oh, I'm forgetting, Kamina. He's the one it is said to. Believe in the me that believes in you. That's such a crazy line, too. Gurren Lagann was such a formative anime for me. Like, it was while I was in college, while I actually had time to experiment and go watch a lot of stuff. And I learned about a lot of shows that people saw growing up. I watched all of Dragon Ball back then. I watched all of the original Naruto show back then. There's so much stuff, culture, basically, that I didn't have access to when I was younger, and I got to have access to it. I think probably Wakfu and Gurren Lagann were the two that stuck out to me the most. Playing small, I'm a walking canvas, standing proud and tall. Friends by my side, we're a colorful You know what Gurren Lagann is? Gurren Lagann was like, that was the show that taught boys how to grow up to be men. That's what it was. It was an attempt to show you like how to go from being a little boy to being a man. And like what that step actually looks like when you stop being a child and you have to step into those adult shoes.
We sparkle in every show. No need to fit in, no need to conform. This is our moment, this is my story.
Yeah, we start getting these cracks in here now. This guy looks like the kid. Oh, I forget what the name of the TV show was or the movie with the like cartoon dog that goes back in time with the Wayback Machine. This looks like the kid who goes back in time with the dog. I'm not sure who this guy is though.
Feel the fire inside, break through the dark.
This is A Wild Iraqi, and this is, what is this, Ace NT or Ace AT? Might be Ace AT. This guy is actually Iranian, and he is right now dealing with the situation in Iran. I think we haven't heard from him in a little while, but that makes sense. Iran has removed internet access for its people recently. I say recently, like a few weeks ago. This guy, by the way, he has one of my favorite aesthetics. He's got the same aesthetic I go for my character. I love the white and the gold. He does red instead of purple, so I like purple. He likes the red. But this guy's been a pretty positive force so far, too. Folks like this who actively want to make their parts of the world better, they need support. Because, like, there's so many times when we see a group of people, and maybe right now the majority of that group of people is not great for us to interact with in some way, shape, or form. But there's always some folks who see a better version of the world, and if nobody supports them, that better version of the world that they want to make together with the people around the world will never get to happen. And so often we just take blanket approaches to things and we don't take time to care about people like A Wild Iraqi and ASAT. I hope he's doing all right. I hope he comes out of this alive, and I hope he's able to keep making more content and showing us the better world that he wants to help create.
No reason to hide, you are made of.
We got leaflets swirling around. You know, this looks like an insect glaive from Monster Hunter right here. She's swirling around an insect glaive.
Let it all shine through.
Okay, but then here it's only got the orb on the one side, so now it looks more like a scepter. Ooh, hold on. I didn't catch that before. I'm not sure how that would work, but I didn't catch that before. She's got like these little gold filigree things on her knee socks? I guess these would have just been woven into the thigh highs, but they kind of look like metal bits. That feels like it would be tough to put on. And here's Powder again, this time in a much happier capacity. This is Penny Bloomfield, and she's taking a penny and colorizing it, I guess. Oh, I recognize this one, but I don't know who it is. I don't remember the name. I recognize her, though. This is Captain Keen again. I think he's just Keen EN or Keen VN or something like that. I'm not sure, but he's a pirate captain. He has the greenest eyeball I have ever seen. Like, dog, maybe get yourself some citrus. You might be catching some scurvy there. I guess I could. This is probably a better look at it, yeah. Like that. Oh, his hair's turning green too. Interesting. You know what? In this shot specifically, you know what he looks like? He looks like Jacksepticeye, top of the morning to you laddies. That's what he looks like in this shot. So yeah, Skybrows has been putting this guy into a lot of his videos, and I kept being like, I don't know who this guy is. Well, now I know who this guy is. We're watching his video. A little more Solaire. Oh, I do need to go back to this and show. Right here, as you can see, like the egg is just like pulling all of the color and energy and stuff into it. And the egg was really dark at the beginning, and now it's like really bright looking. We see the bright light coming out of the cracks. We see how the outside kind of looks more like a chrome metallic reflective surface now. And now that it's reflecting all the light from everything coming into it, it looks so much brighter. At the start, it looked so dark. I like how he's doing like these little cuts between everything that we've already seen, all this other stuff, and he's just cutting like just brief moments, like just go, like just really brief cut. But it works here because we're calling back to everything we already saw, and that's everything that's getting fed into this egg to birth the basilisk. And he's doing it in pseudo reverse order. Okay, and now we have Bupella, which I don't think we've seen her yet. And this is, of course, Neuro-sama. There's been some stuff going on with her recently where there's people questioning if somehow she's birthed a soul for herself of some kind. I don't know. I still believe that she's just lines of code, and she's very complex, but she does not experience emotion as humans experience emotion. She has figured out things she can do and say to elicit emotion out of others, but she does not herself experience emotion. I think I said this in the Amelia reactive video. The Amelia React. I think AI will eventually develop something that works for them. It does for them what emotion does for humans, but it will not appear as emotion to us.
Can you feel it now?
Now, this character has shown up in a couple of Skybrowse's videos, and he just kind of comes off as sort of like a generic vampire demon character. I don't know, like, his significance.
The world is brighter when you show us how. Put your hands up.
Yeah, and now we have Lusty Lynx out here surfing. This is pretty much the same shot we have in No Fox Given.
Feel the fire inside.
Actually, it's sort of it starts off as a reverse shot, then comes up here, and this shot is basically the shot we have in No Fox Given.
No reason to hide.
Oh my god, I love that shot of her. The bottom of her surfboard. That's like really pretty and reflective. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. It's so pretty and reflective. That doesn't look at all like it does in No Fox Given. This is much prettier. This whole piece though is like way brighter, way lighter. This is more about recognize you're made of color, like become better, do better, be happier. Like that's sort of the vibe I'm getting off of this. Whereas No Fox Given was kind of gave me more of a vibe of like, all right, I'm done listening to your bullshit. Come at me if you want, and I'm going to hit you as hard as I can back. Like, not physical, just kind of like, I'm not going to just take what you give me anymore. I'm going to block and defend, and I'm going to like parry and hit back now. I'm done being passive. And here's the man, the boy, Sky himself. This is Kitsura Nines. Now that I had the opportunity to pause it, I was going to say before I got hit with Chuck Norris, I wanted to say I love that even the like black colors here are very reflective, and you see like the teals and the blues, and you kind of see some of that reflecting in the back of her coat here, even though it's a really bright orange. We're doing more chromatic aberrations. Nice. And a little more of that bass bounce. And here he is, the man himself, Chuck Norris. So I'm pretty sure he was added in here. I remember watching this on Bloop's stream a few days after Chuck Norris was announced dead. So this feels very much like it's a tribute to Chuck Norris. I'm not sure if this would have been added in without that happening. But yeah, I should say Chuck Norris isn't dead. He just decided it was time to take Death's job. Yeah, we lost a very important legend, and we can't forget him. He's so important. His roles were really important in helping a lot of boys figure out how to be men. And he comes from an era where being a manly man was something you were supposed to be. And I don't know, man. His loss is recent enough that I don't know how badly I'm gonna miss him. It'll be a while, but I imagine I'll get to a point where, like Bob Ross, I really miss him. This is the second legend we have in the video. Rip to a legend, bro. Rip to a legend. And here we have the basilisk. I love how this is somewhat a different, it's a slightly different design and a little bit more of a different animation style from the basilisk in Gonna Be. And we're still doing the jump back to all the other stuff previous. I would say this basilisk looks a little more feminine than the one in Carolina Overdrive.
Shine on.
That was a bop. That was like, this whole video just feels like concentrated positivity. It's really pretty. It's really beautiful. I love this this work. It's really high quality, which I would say it's probably on the level of Skybrows, but it's a very different style than Skybrows. A lot of the AI videos out there, especially from newbies like me, just aren't very good. I'm so frustrated with the one I'm working on right now. I'm not good. I'm not as good at prompting as I want to be. But these guys have got it figured out. I don't even know how you make this crazy psychedelic. Not just for the one prompt, though. You've got like a ton of cuts and moves and stuff, and you have this psychedelic like motion in all of them. It's crazy. I don't even know how you consistently get something like that. I'm still learning. I look up at works like this with just like, oh my God, one day I want to be like that guy. So this was incredibly fun. Nalef, you are an absolute genius, and the artwork you've created here is insane and beautiful, and I hope you keep making good shit, man. I hope you keep making good shit. I'm glad to know who you are now, because I gotta watch your channel, and I gotta see what else you come out with, because it was so good. It was so amazing. I have nothing but positive things to say about it. So that's about all I have to say about that now. To my curious scholars, I'll see you another day. Bye-bye.